Good morning, everyone. Happy Easter Saturday. How are you all feeling today? A little bit early. It's only 8 minutes past. If anyone's out there, say good morning. Or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Oh, hello, good morning. Morning, happy Easter, Debbie. Good morning, Belinda and Deb. Happy Saturday. I chose a card this morning myself, and I chose calm. Calm is a quiet and peaceful state or condition, a state of tranquility. The interpretation: there are some things you learn best in calm and some in storm. By Willa Cather. So apt. Another few more minutes. I hope your bodies are feeling well. Good morning, Anne. Happy Saturday. I know mine is feeling really good. It's just so nice to move and open up. And starting yoga each morning always puts you in a really good mood as well. I've been speaking to a few of my friends from all around the world over the last few days, and everyone seems, well, we're all in the same boat as such, pardon the pun, and but we're all doing okay. So, hi Tanya, good morning or good evening. So a few more people have joined us on the page, which is lovely. So spreading some more love around the world, which is awesome. How are we going for time? So we'll bring some calm into the practice today, like the card I chose. A couple more minutes will give a few more people some time to check in. Just like my regular classes, I can see myself right now looking at this sand dune and ocean painting behind me. People zooming in on their dinghies and coming into class, running up past the island bar there at Fiji, coming into the grassed area underneath the palm trees. That's what I'm picturing today. Well, hopefully Jonathan and Bella's joining this morning from Muscat Cove as well. So yeah, sending some love to all my friends around the world. So it's 8:15. So the music is always a bit of a challenge. It's it's a trial and error. I know it's sort of light sometimes with the different types of internet we have. It's a bit distorted, but hopefully it's all right this morning. Just trying to get my screen a bit larger. I don't know what's going on this morning. So anyway, thank you for joining. Let's just sit comfortably any way you choose. You can have a blanket if you're new to the class this morning underneath the sit bones. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit like this as well. However you feel comfortable. And I want you to close down your eyes. I want you to raise the shoulders up towards the ears and then allow them to melt down. A little more. Let's start to check in with our breath. Notice how the breath is moving throughout your body. Your chest is expanding as you inhale in. Everything relaxes, the chest relaxes, the belly relaxes as you exhale out. We're checking in with our life force, something we take for granted every single day, our breath. Let's acknowledge it. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 3 to 4. Stop when you feel an opening in the back of the throat. Pursing the lips, breathing all breath out, long and deep for a count of 4 to 5 or longer. Relax the breath. This is our Ujjayi breath that we're practicing, that we use throughout the practice to help steady us in the postures. Taking a long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 3 to 4, or maybe deeper if you can. You'll feel that opening in the back of your throat. Purse the lips and breathe all breath out long and deep. You should start to feel those wind swirls in the back of the throat as you breathe out fully. That's our oceanic breath, our Veda breath. There's many names. Relax the breath. How do you feel seated? Are you feeling you're arching back a little bit too much? If you are, just slightly place the hand onto the top of the pubic bone, the left hand on the lower back, and slightly tilt the pelvis forward, creating that nice length in the lower back. Sit nice and tall, crown of the head towards the sky. Hands on the knees or at your heart center. Let's set an intention for bringing you to your mat today. It's your intention. It's something you wish to achieve from the practice, or maybe it's just the first experience of yoga. Breathe that intention in and exhale it out to the universe. Slowly open the eyes, become aware of your surroundings. Remove the pillow or blanket if you had one under there. Well, let's just wake up the spine this morning with some cat-cows again. Placing the knees underneath the hips. The hands are spread nice and wide. Remember, if you're new today, gather them in, press down. You're creating a cupping action just like a gecko hands. Many of us have seen geckos. The tops of the feet are on the mat. The knees are hip width distance apart. We're going to lower the belly. We're going to broaden through the chest, and we're going to look up. As we inhale in, we're going to round the spine. We're going to arch up like the cat. Arch up, arch up, arch up, and lower the head. Inhale in, lower the belly, broaden through the back, the lower back, the tailbone curls, and look up. Round the spine, send all breath out, arching up, arching up, arching up. We're pressing into the mat with our toes as well, gripping into the mat, lowering the belly, broadening through the chest, looking up. And round the spine, arch up. We're waking up the spine today. Arch it up, arch it up, arch it up. And come back to a nice length and a nice flat back, long spine. See how I can actually see that I'm a little bit of a dip still. You may not see because, or you are if you're looking at yourself on the video, but just inflate the belly, inflate the back. So inhale into the belly a little bit and create that nice length in the spine so you're not dipping into the back. Now I want you to reach the right hand out in front of you. And just a little balancing. And I want you to raise the left foot out. It should be in one line with the... That's better. I had a chair in front of me. I had a chair in the way. And so we're just balancing, reaching out, creating a nice length with the right fingertips forward. And the left foot is reaching back. Now come back with the hands underneath the shoulders, and we're raising the left hand out, shoulder height, and we're raising the right foot out. Pointing the toes, keeping that nice strong leg. Just gaze down at the earth. Remembering I'm always incorporating, because I have most of my friends on this page are sailors and we're practicing on the boat, but I know many of you are at home as well. So trying to keep these practices that they are a comfortable practice on the boat as well. So raising the right arm out again and raising the left foot up, pointing the toes. But it's still a beautiful practice to be done anywhere, whether it's on the boat or at home. Lowering down the right hand, raising the left arm out, shoulder height, and raising the right leg out, pointing the toes, gazing down. And press the toes together, knees wider than the mat, and we're pressing into our child's pose. A nice length in the spine as you slowly walk those fingertips forward and press the sit bones back towards the heels. And some of us, of course, are going to be up really high to start with. If this is the first time you've done this, your hips are not quite as open. We're all different in these poses. Ultimately, we're going to press all the way back with those sit bones towards the heels, lengthen through the spine, lower the forehead, and feel that beautiful stretch in the spine. As the hands move in one direction and the buttocks moves in the other. Come back up into your all fours again, remembering not to have the dip in the back. Inflate the lower back a little more so you have that nice long spine. Raising the right hand out and raising the left foot up. Left leg up, pressing forward with the fingertips, the right fingertips, and pressing back with the left toes. Releasing the right hand down, back into your all fours, changing to the other side. Nice little balance pose. Raising the left hand out, raising the right foot out. One more of these, changing sides, raising the right hand out, left foot behind you, pressing in one direction and in the other. Strong left hand, left arm. Lowering the right and final left hand out, right toes pointing, just like an arrow, pressing with the right toes. And then bring the hands back to all fours, toes touching, use the hands, press the hands out in front of you and lower the forehead. If you're up high, just really, actually come up high everyone today. Come up high to get that different sensation. This is a pose which is actually called puppy pose as well. Similar to puppy pose. So reaching the hands out in front of you and you do have the hips up nice and high. Reaching those hands out in front of you. Feel that lovely length. Lower the forehead. One more breath. And come up slowly. And let's press back into our downward facing dog. Our first downward facing dog of the day. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. If you're new to yoga, curl the toes. Press the hips up nice and high. And lower the chest towards the mat. So again, you can have the knees bent if you like. There's all different stages of this pose, but the main aim of this pose is we've got a nice long spine, the hips are up nice and high. We're creating that beautiful length and that inverted V. Keeping the arms nice and strong. We don't want the arms out to the sides like this. We want to gather them in. Take an inhalation in, see if you can press the heels back, lengthen through the legs a little. Some of us are going to have our heels really high, that's perfectly fine. They eventually touch the earth. And then lower back down onto the earth and press back into child's pose, raising the hands out behind you. Clasp onto the hands and raise the arms up, lower the forehead. We're opening up the shoulders here. And again, if you're feeling if it's too hard on your knees, release the hands, place them out in front of you. Remember, you can always have a rolled up blanket underneath your knees to support you, have a little bit more comfort under the knees. And of course, if you're feeling any discomfort in the body at all, just rest and maybe watch. Come back to all fours and let's step the right foot forward between the hands. I'm going to come up. The back foot is, it can be in sprinter's arch or sprinter's toes like this, or you can have the top foot, the back of the foot, the top of the foot onto the mat. My brain, my mouth not working today. Hands onto the thighs, raising the arms up for our King Arthur pose. So we're opening up the psoas, like the front knee is actually tracking forward a little bit, not too far over the ankle, we don't want it too far, but slightly scoot that right foot forward and really allow the pelvis to descend towards the earth, or opening up that big psoas muscle, which wraps all the way around the back of the knee, all the way up around the hip, creating youth and flexibility in the body. Try not to dump into the lower back. Reach with your fingertips as you use your fingertips to lengthen through the spine. Now we're going to move the torso forward. We're going to do a slight twist, bringing that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, hands in prayer position. Right elbow is up. We're spearing your head forward, keeping that nice length in the spine, and just turn and look off towards the right. Keeping those inhalations and exhalations going that we practiced at the beginning of the practice today, the Ujjayi breath. Long and deep in for 3 to 4, breathe or breath out, 5 to 6. Then release both hands down to either side of the foot. And then just bring both hands to the inside of the right foot and just allow the right knee to fall open towards the side. A variation of a lizard pose. You feel how you're opening that hip area. Now if you want to, you can slightly lengthen through the knee, leaving the foot on that side angle and just pointing the toes out a little bit to the right, and you're slightly dragging that foot back, opening up that IT band a little. Runners always like that pose. Placing the right foot down towards the earth and stepping back into your all fours. This time we're stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Sorry, I'm turning to make sure that I'm on a better angle for you guys. So the left foot's forward this time. The top of the foot's either on the mat or you can curl the toes. Come up onto the thigh. And then raise the arms up. Slightly walk that right foot forward a little bit. Left foot forward a little bit, sorry. And then allow the pelvis to descend towards the earth. You'll start to feel, if you really allow yourself to be heavy, just relax and sink deep, root down into the earth. You really feel that opening all the way. Feel that big psoas muscle opening up. Raising the arms up towards the sky. Keep the breath nice and smooth. One more breath. Move forward, and we're taking that right elbow on the outside of the left knee, hands in prayer position. Elbow is up. Spearing the torso forward, spearing the crown of the head forward, and then we're turning and looking off towards the left. The left elbow is raised up. Of course, you can always open up the arms as well. You don't have to do that. Just stay with the hands in prayer and the elbow up. We're squeezing those organs together. So really feel, or maybe adjust yourself so you're actually really turning and squeezing those organs together. One more breath and release out of the pose, releasing all that fresh oxygenated blood. Place the hands to the inside of the left foot and then allow the left knee to just fall open towards the sides. Some of us are just going to be open just a little bit, that's fine. Some of us may be a little bit closer towards the earth. The left foot, you're on the side of that left foot and the little toe is pressing into the mat. Keep breathing, relaxing. Open it up a little wider. Don't just hang out there and it's not doing anything if you're not feeling anything. Just challenge yourself, but be kind to your body. Then if you want to, you don't have to. You can start to lengthen through that leg. Point the toes out a little bit more towards the left. We're working into that IT band a little bit. And just slightly drag the foot back a little bit. We're only stay there for a few breaths. Working that IT. And place the left foot back down towards the earth. Come back into all fours. We're going to be toes touching, knees wider than the mat. And press the hands out in front of us and lower the forehead. Keep your inhalations and exhalations going. Breathing in for 3 to 4, breathing out for 5 to 6. One more of wrapping your arms around the back and opening up the shoulders again. One more breath and release the hands out in front of you. And this time we're going back into all fours, opening the shoulders a little bit more too, like we did I think in the first class. We're going to walk those right hand over towards the left side of the mat. We're going to walk the left hand over towards the right of the mat. So right hand is over to the left, left hand is over to the right. So we're crossed at the elbows. And what I want you to do is sit back a little bit. Don't feel uncomfortable in the pose. Just slightly drag the hands back a little bit. Gripping into the mat though, so you're not sliding the hands back, you're sort of gripping into the mat. So you should start to be feeling an opening in the shoulder. One more breath, and we're going to change sides. So we're taking the left hand over to the right or underneath, and the right hand underneath the left. And we're gripping into the mat, and we're pressing back. Start to feel that opening in the shoulder. One more breath, coming up slowly, and we're going to press back into our child's pose. A nice gentle practice today. What I want you to do this time though, I want you to just rock from side to side. This is day 6 of the challenge, and a lot of you are on day 6 as well, so you're doing brilliantly. So I'm just trying to mix the poses up a little bit, mix the class up a little bit, because we don't want you to be feeling like it's a hard thing to get up at 8:15 to do another practice. We've still got a fair few days to go. So let's lie down onto our backs. Raising the feet up towards the sky. Holding on to the backs of the legs. A nice supine stretch of the hamstrings, calf muscles. Again, if you had a strap or a belt, just a men's belt, a ladies' belt, men's belt's good because it's nice and long. You can always use that strap or belt around the feet, which is really nice because you get into that beautiful stretch into the calf muscles and hamstrings. Really try and press this tailbone down towards the earth. And you're using the hands, so you're creating a nice little tone in the biceps as well. Keep breathing, relaxing. But if you don't have a strap, just hold on to the backs of the legs. Some of us can reach our toes, but we don't want the buttocks up high like this. That's just, you're better off having your hands behind the backs of the legs or the calf muscles, rather than compromising the pose. Now I want you to raise the legs out nice and wide. So again, you can use the strap. Remember to plant that tailbone down towards the mat. Or if you don't have a strap, that's perfectly fine. Hold on to the sides of the legs. So you should be feeling this beautiful opening on the inner legs. Relax and breathe into it. And the main thing is to spread the toes of both feet and point the toes towards the face. That way you engage all the muscles of the legs. And keep breathing. Send those inhalations in for a count of 3 to 4. Breathing all out for a count of 5 to 6. One more breath. And join the feet together for a supine Baddha Konasana. So pressing the feet together, hold on at the feet if you can. So just move the body forward and grip the hands around the feet. Lie down on the mat. And just slowly, slowly move with the hands. Bring the feet a little closer to the chest. Just relax and breathe into it. You're feeling this in the inner groin area, inner legs. Even the outer hips. Thighs. One more breath. Then release the legs up towards the sky and hold on at the sides of the feet. Your happy baby pose. So clasp on to the sides of the feet and press with the fingers into the feet, tracking those knees towards the armpits. Make sure the spine is nice and long. So our feet aren't together, they're wide, nice and wide, wider than the hips. And then release the feet to the earth, just like we're in Shavasana pose. And I want you to place the right hand on the belly, the right hand on the heart, and the left hand on the belly. I want you just to check in with your breath. I want you to check in with your lower back. Is the breath nice and smooth? In for 3 to 4, out for 5 to 6. Is the lower back relaxed? Press it deeper into the mat. One more breath. Come up slowly and just roll over onto the left side of your body. And we're just going to place the left forearm onto the mat. Left elbow, left shoulder is in one line. I'm going to drag the left knee just forward. We're going to come up into a side plank by raising the right arm up towards the sky. Reaching the right arm up. Keep breathing, relaxing. If you are familiar with this pose and you would like to stack both feet, you can do that as well. If you're a little bit more familiar and you want to raise the right leg up, bit of a challenge today, you can raise the right leg up. Let everybody then roll down all the way along the mat. And swing around to the other side. Let's bring our right forearm down onto the mat, making sure that you're stacking the elbow and the shoulder in one line. You're gripping into the mat with the hand. Just drag that right knee out a little bit. And I want you to raise the body up, doing a side plank on the other side. If you want to stack both feet. You can stack both feet. If you want to challenge yourself and raise the left leg out as well, you can do that. But keep smiling. Lower all the way down. Lie down onto your belly. And we're going into our crocodile pose. Right forearm, left forearm stack on top of each other and lower the forehead. Remembering the feet are wider than the mat. So look behind you and have them out nice and wide. So while you're resting here with your forehead onto the mat, I want you to take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 4 to 5. Inflate the belly underneath you, and then breathe all breath out for a count of 5 to 6 or deeper. Release all the breath, let go. Feel the lower back relax. One more breath, and let's come up into our locust pose. So if you're feeling like you have the lower back is a little tight, or you're actually feeling you have been working that, if it's a little bit sore in any way, you can always rest and just stay in crocodile pose. We're strengthening that lower back. We're coming up, we're flying, just like the locust. You don't have to come up really high, but some of us will because we are have a little bit more opening, but some of us are going to be down low. Relax the left forearm, right forearm back down. Spread the legs wider than the mat, and let's move back into crocodile. Relax the breath. Inhale deeply through the nose. Breathe in long and deep for an inhalation of about 4 to 5. If you can breathe all breath out long and deep for a count of 6 to 7, that'd be beautiful. Releasing, letting go of all that breath. We always try to keep our inhalations shorter and our exhalations deeper. We're inhaling in some peace, love, and kindness into the body. And we're exhaling out long and deep any worries, troubles, anxiety, stress. We're just breathing out fully. Let's move back into our locust if that's where you want to be today. Coming up, raising the arms out. Keep breathing, relaxing. One more breath, then release the legs wider than the mat. Stack the right forearm, left forearm. Let the belly sink into the mat. The lower back relaxes, the forehead onto the arms. Take your long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 4 to 5 or deeper. Belly inflates underneath you. Send all breath out long and deep. Breathe it out for a count of 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Release the belly, release the lower back. Then we're either going back into locust or we're going to go into our bow pose if you would like to go into bow. Holding on to the tops of the feet at the ankles. Press the chin down towards the mat. And as you inhale in, send the legs up and back. Broadening through the chest. Try not to strain anything. Really breathe, relax into the pose. If you're feeling uncomfortable or hurting in any way, please come out. Then release the legs. Spread the legs wider than the mat. Stack the forearms and breathe back into crocodile pose. Doesn't matter any way you have your arms stacked this time. One more long, deep inhalation in through the nose. Let's try for a count of 5 to 6. And breathe all breath out for a count of 7 to 8, long and deep. Release, let go. Then come up, press back into all fours, and then press back into your child's pose. Pressing the hands out in front of you, press the buttocks towards the heels and lower the forehead. Really feel that length in the spine. Feel how you're pressing the sit bones back towards the back. The hands are reaching towards you and you're lengthening through the spine. Lower the forehead. Then come up onto all fours. Come back into hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and press back into downward facing dog. One more breath, and then we're going to come back down onto our back, and we are going to come into supine pigeon. Raise the legs up. Take the right ankle and place it just below the left knee. Reach through the gap you created in the leg and clasp onto the back of the leg. Use the right elbow to open up a little bit. Spread the toes of both feet. And slowly drag the left knee a little closer towards the chest. And stop when you feel the opening in the outer hip area where you're challenging yourself but you're being kind to your body. Keep breathing. Keep sending some peace, love, and kindness to your body. We're only thinking about our breath. One more breath, release, changing sides, placing the left ankle just below the right knee. Reach through the gap you created in the legs. Use the left elbow to open up a little bit. Spread the toes of both feet. Pressing that right knee closer towards the chest. Stop when you feel you're challenging yourself. You never want to feel pain in yoga. If you're feeling it's too intense, just back up. Every day you're going to be different. Your body is going to be different. Breathe, relax into the pose, spread the toes. Few more breaths. We're coming into some of the final poses today, releasing the legs towards the mat. Coming into bridge pose. Placing the hands alongside the body. Just slowly drag the feet, let a hip width distance apart, a little closer to the hands. We're going to press the hips up nice and high towards the sky, clasping the hands underneath you. Nice strong shoulders, shoulder blades into the mat. The pinky fingers, little fingers are pressing into the mat. Create that beautiful bridge pose by pressing the pelvis up, hips up nice and high. Breathe, relax into the pose, shine the heart towards the sky. Keep thinking about your breath, your inhalations, your exhalations. If you had a block, put a block between the knees. You're squeezing those knees towards each other, but you're not touching them. You're feeling relaxed. One more breath. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Bring the knees into the chest and roll around clockwise, giving the lumbar area a nice little massage. Anti-clockwise. And then release the feet back down towards the mat. Arms are alongside. And we're pressing up nice and high towards the sky again. Clasping the hands underneath you. And relax into the pose, squeezing those knees towards each other. Try not to squeeze the glutes too tightly, although we do get a nice little tone in those glutes doing this bridge pose. Then opening up the whole front body in this pose. Just to challenge yourself a little bit, if you'd like to raise the right foot up towards the sky, you can, you don't have to. Raising the right heel up, pressing the right heel towards the sky, left heel towards the earth. Keep breathing. If you raise the right foot, press it down towards the earth and raise the left foot up towards the sky, pressing that right heel towards the sky. Left heel towards the sky, I should say. Right heel towards the ocean. And then release out of the pose and roll down, everybody, one vertebrae at a time. Squeezing the knees into the chest. Or swing them up towards the sky for a happy baby pose. We might need the happy baby pose if you've raised the legs. Maybe rock from side to side a little bit, just like the baby does. We don't have to be still in these poses. Give the lumbar a nice little massage again. Really press the tailbone down towards the mat. Now you can stay in happy baby pose if that's how you feel like being. Otherwise we're going to move back into our third and final bridge pose. Releasing the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Clasp the hands underneath you, squeeze the knees in. Release those glutes a little bit. Now if you want to go into wheel pose today, if you're new to yoga, maybe you just should watch me. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, crown of the head towards the mat. You want to gather the elbows in, nice strong arms. And we're going to press up into full wheel. You can also come up onto the toes if you like. We're moving the chest in one direction and the knees in the other. Breathing, beautiful big heart opening, strong front body pose, strong arms. One more breath. Chin to chest, roll down one vertebrae at a time and swing the legs back up into your happy baby pose. One more breath, and we're going to go into our final twist before we move into Shavasana today. So we can do it two ways like we did yesterday. We can either bring the knees into the chest and let them fall over towards the left. But if you'd like to wrap the right foot around the back of the left ankle or left calf muscle, in eagle legs we call this, you can do that. And let them fall over. But we're all different. Can be either way. Left hand on the legs to lower them to the mat. Right arm reaches out and up a little bit towards behind you. And slowly turn and look over the right shoulder, right ear towards the earth. Keep breathing those inhalations in, exhalations out. But try not to plan your day in these poses. You're only thinking about your breath. Try not to think any negative thoughts. We're just thinking about our breath. One more breath, wherever you are with eagle legs, unwrap them, or the knees. Allow the knees to come into the chest and then fall over towards the right. Otherwise, if you're going into eagle legs, take the left foot, wrap it around the right calf muscle, and allow them to fall over towards the right. The left arm is out and then up a little bit. If you're feeling any discomfort in the shoulder, reaching that arm out, you can always lower it closer or alongside the body. Just turn and look over the left shoulder. Left ear tracks towards the earth. Keep taking those long, deep inhalations and exhalations in. Keep feeling peaceful and at ease in the pose. And if you went into eagle legs and you're feeling uncomfortable, just unwrap them. If it's too intense of a twist, and just stack the knees. Always honouring your body. One more breath. Release eagle legs if that's where you were. And everybody roll over onto your back. And just swing your legs back up for another happy baby. Swing the legs from side to side. So we're clasping onto the sides of the feet. The whole spine is released. We're rocking from side to side. And then we're allowing the legs to fall down towards the earth or the ocean beneath us. Raising, letting the feet flop open towards the sides, allowing the arms out and the palms are up. I want you to shut down your eyes, just gently, just softly. This is your time. Don't skip this pose. It is one of the most important poses and one of the most difficult poses in yoga. So just lie here and be still with yourself, with your thoughts. Stay where you are. I'm just going to sit up and talk you through the pose a little more. So release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax the jaw, the facial muscles, the ears, the top of the head, the neck. Allow the shoulders to be relaxed. The breath returns to normal. Don't give it another thought. The belly rises and falls naturally with every inhalation and exhalation. The chest, the back is relaxed. The arms are heavy, their fingertips like jelly. The hips, the pelvis, the legs, the knees, the ankles are heavy and sinking deep into the earth beneath. The ankles, the feet, the toes are as light as a cloud. I'm reaching up underneath the body, imagine, and placing my fingers gently onto your hips. I'm pressing them into the earth. Your lower back relaxes a little more. I'm walking behind you. relaxing your temples. Breathe, relax. Sink a little deeper. Remembering always that yoga is more about touching your heart than touching your toes. The great thing about yoga is the recipient of those actions are our own self. We become both the trainer and the trainee, the painter as well as the canvas, to explore the cycle of attitude, thought, and action. Everybody slowly come to lie down onto your right side of your body. And lay there in the fetal position as if you were lying in your mother's womb. And then slowly make your way back to a seated position where we began the practice today. Sit comfortably any way you choose. Grab a pillow or a cushion or a rolled up blanket. Feeling that pelvis heavy as if you're sitting on the top of a slippery slide. Place the thumbs and the forefinger together and open up the hands, asking to receive in your mudra. Close down the eyes. Place the thumb over the right side of the nose for our Nadi Shodhana breathing exercise, a beautiful Ayurveda practice. Inhaling in through the left side of the nose. Seal with the little finger, breathe all breath out through the right. Inhaling in through the right. Seal with the thumb, breathe all breath out through the left. Inhale in through the left. Feeling those airways open. Seal with the little finger, breathe all breath out through the right. Place the hands back down to the knees. Bringing them to the heart center in prayer if that's where you're comfortable. Let's check in with our intention we made at the beginning of the practice today. Scan how the body feels. Always ending the practice with gratitude for something, someone, something in nature that you are grateful for. Send some gratitude. Spread this beautiful thing we call love and joy around. What else matters? Taking the hands to the third eye between the brow. Have an amazing day or evening, everyone. Namaste and happy Easter. Keep smiling. Thank you for joining me. Sending love and hugs back to you, Penny, in Canada. Hi, Galen. Oh, lovely. It's a beautiful day there too. Hi there, Pip. Hope you're feeling well. Pip, you've been trying to practice with a blue healer, hey? Well, enjoy your day. Bye now. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:15. You're welcome, Anne. Thank you for being here.